Well, we're in the great state of Iowa, a state I have never herped before. We're going to change that here in about a half hour. And if you're watching this clip on YouTube, and if it makes it, then that means I probably found something worthwhile in the state of Iowa to post on YouTube, and not just red-eared sliders and bullfrogs to check off new counties like I got last night coming through northwest Missouri on the way up here. But here we are, Iowa. Let's see what we can make happen today. So here's that fox snake. See how bitey he is? I don't know why. Of course, it doesn't matter. They're non-venomous. These are cousins to the eastern fox snakes that I didn't spend enough time looking for growing up. They're pretty close to home and decently common around Lake Erie, although I ever only saw one while looking for salamanders in northwest Ohio. But the eastern kind lives around the Great Lakes. The western kind is out here in Iowa, Minnesota, I think western Wisconsin. But they like marsh type habitat. And this is a small juvenile. He's only about a foot long or so. A nice specimen. We'll see if we can get a bigger one or a different snake species here as we keep flipping. Well, this is certainly cool. This is one of the lifer lizards I was going to look for later today on the way back home near Omaha. But why not just knock it out in Iowa while we're in Iowa? This is a northern prairie skink. They're unique to Michigan. Well, no, not Michigan. Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, South Dakota, North Dakota. I think the northern subspecies gets into like northern Kansas. I've got a soft spot in my heart for the few American herps that are unique to the upper Midwest, seeing as I grew up in Michigan. I have blue-spotted salamanders and mink frogs and stuff like that. So I think this might be the only lizard in that bucket. I mean, the upper Midwest is not a real lizard hotspot, but just cool to see. And I really like the pattern on him. But we're going to set him back beneath his board and keep rolling here, see if we can turn up some garter snakes, green snakes, more fox snakes for you, whatever the case may be. It's a really good first 30 minutes in Iowa, I'll tell you that. Nice little prairie ringneck snake under a board. Well, he was. We'll put him right back under after a quick voucher shot. It's 3 species on the day so far. Actually 4. I saw a garter snake that I didn't get any video or pictures of. Kind of retreated in his burrow the minute I flipped the board. It's 4 species in Iowa this morning. There's a nice big pretty plains garter. It'll focus. There, it'll focus. Look at the orange stripe on that guy. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? So I caught that garter in the grass to give you all a better look at it. Look at how pretty that stripe is down the back. Love plains garter snakes. Besides San Francisco and Chicago garters, I think they might be the prettiest. Well, and blue striped garters in Florida. But these are some of the prettiest garter snakes in America. If they weren't so common, they'd be on everybody's want to see it in my life list. Cool deal. I'll put him back under his tin and let him roll. So here's our 5th Iowa species on the day. Excuse me dropping my lens cap on the tin. Nice little DeKay's brown snake. Just to give you a flavor of Iowa, this is what it looks like directly across the street. Across this little dirt road from where we found the fox snake and the DeKay's brown and a bunch of the garters and the prairie skink this morning. Wetland on one side, this on the other. Welcome to Iowa. Here's another fox snake. Rooting around under his board. Juvenile about the same size, probably a little over a foot long. Pretty one. And here is our quarry. the second big well, third. I guess prairie skink was too. This is a smooth green snake. Flipped under this little board by some cottonwood trees. We're going to get him out and get some clearer pictures where he's not all coiled up and you can see the head. So he might be in shed. It's a little bit of a pale specimen, but still that nice light green shade. These are restricted to, they have a weird distribution in the US. They like it where it's cold. So they live in like northern Michigan, northern Wisconsin, Minnesota. There are a couple places here in Iowa and the Dakotas and like New England. And then they're down the Rockies, like in Colorado and New Mexico at higher elevation. Very small, harmless, non-venomous snake. And just so pretty. I really like these. Never saw one growing up in Michigan. I've seen their cousins, the rough green snakes, that are very common down throughout the deep south, but this is a really, really good lifer. So I got that little bit of vegetation that was on his nose off. Didn't even have to move him. It's only about 73, 74 degrees, so he's behaving nicely. Haven't even moved him out from under the board, but just moved some vegetation around. Here's that smooth green. So pretty. Look at how the sun's hitting his scales and lighting it up. Just gorgeous little snakes.